All right, good morning. Today we are going to go behind the scenes filming my next 100,000 view video. How do I know that's going to happen? Well, in fact, I don't know it's going to happen, but I'm going to stack things in my favor and give you a behind the scenes, over the shoulder look at how I approach my next pre-recorded video so that I can get the most views as possible. And of course, with more views comes more ability to help and serve more people. I have a script that I already wrote. I'm going to walk you through that. I'm going to share with you a little bit of the inspiration behind this video and how I am actually putting things into place so that I can give myself the best chance to get the most views. If you're here watching live, thank you so much. Say hello to your friends. If you're watching the replay, hashtag Team Replay in the comment section for me. And if you could do me a quick favor, hit that thumbs up button. That way more people can find this video, because truly I want to help you get found more. And I was doing a lot of digging in my analytics. I'm going to show you some of that as well, to show you what inspired me for this video and how we can take advantage of some of the stuff that YouTube and other creators are telling us as far as what we can do. So good morning, thank you for being here, and welcome to the income stream.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
Now, the last time we did a video like this where sort of mid-live stream, I kind of hit record on all the devices, this video went wild. And I'm gonna hopefully do the same thing again. It was also incredibly useful, and this video that I'm talking about was this video right here, which is new opportunities that didn't exist before, 15 new pandemic-created ideas in 15 minutes. And this video performed very well. I took you through the process of creating a really good hook in the beginning, which is really key. I think the thumbnail and the title have done a really good job, and I'm actually going to brainstorm some of the title with you, but it's going to be a very similar video. One thing that I want to recommend to you that was recommended to me lately is see what YouTube is sort of giving you signs for in terms of what they want more of. Again, our job as creators is to obviously help people and serve people, but the better that we can also serve YouTube, the more likely YouTube is going to reward us back. And what I'm talking about is paying attention to the analytics, seeing which videos have popped or have done very well for you recently more than others, and doing more of that, doing a second version of that, a follow-up, a sequel version, if you will. And when we do this, we're actually going to take advantage of a lot of what YouTube has already given us, a lot more eyeballs and impressions on that. Sometimes your first video can actually help push the second video. People mostly view videos on suggested recommendations, right? Not actually search. Even though I do a lot of search-based terms, most of my views are still coming from suggested videos. So we can actually use videos that already exist, our own and other videos that are out there already. And this is why research is really important. Before you hit record on anything, and I promise you, we're gonna hit record here, and we're actually gonna do this together. You're gonna watch me make mistakes, you're gonna fail, you're gonna watch me get up again and keep going. So hopefully by the end of this video, I'll try to get all the way through the recording portion. And then of course, the second part of the process, which you won't be able to see, is gonna be the editing portion, where I will be putting pattern interrupts and B-roll and audio and other things in there beyond just my voice to hopefully capture people's attention and keep that attention as long as possible. So inspired by this video here, which is the 15 new pandemic-created business ideas or opportunities right now, I'm gonna create a quote-unquote sequel. I heard this term first from Brian Dean, and this idea of creating a second version of a video or an updated version or a next level version. And that's what I want to do here. So in this video that I'm creating, that I'm hoping to get over 100,000 views for, I want to have 5 new business ideas that can be started easy and right now, right? We're all in the pandemic right now, and not every business opportunity that I've seen on a lot of these other videos, I'm going to take you into some of my research as well, are very relevant for right now. A lot of the videos that are ranking #1 for businesses, which is my sort of target term here on YouTube for this video, are irrelevant, right? They talk about opening up a restaurant or starting a food truck, things that would be really hard to do during this time. So I want to provide some new flavor, some new life, and also some really handy things. I think most importantly, as we are tackling a topic here on YouTube, whatever this topic is going to be, we obviously want it to be relevant and helpful for people, right? So this business-related video about business ideas, I want it to be something that when people see it, they go, oh man, I need to know that right now. I want people to, when they watch this video, they go, okay, I'm going to stick around and listen to this guy, right? So I want to show proof. I want to show and talk about things that are different from the other videos that are out there, let's go into a little bit of research as well, right? So I'm going to take you into the business ideas keyword here. And this is, of course, business ideas in YouTube. I have a few tools working for me in my favor here. Of course, I use vidIQ, which I absolutely love. I also use TubeBuddy, which is really great. Both of them basically do the same thing. And I can see some of the top videos for this particular term. And I've watched all 3 of these videos already. And one thing that I know I can do, and in fact, there's another video down here that's the most highly viewed video. Nearly 1 million views just 9 months ago. So number one, I know that there's people here, and if I can come into the top first spots here, I know I could do really well for search. But remember, I don't actually want or need to be found in search to perform very well with this video. I want to be found here. So I'm going to open up this video.
Valley Girl, today we're going to talk about...
And I want to show up where? I want to show up here on the right-hand side. Now, it's taking a little bit of time to load because I'm streaming and have multis happening at the same time here. But one thing I love to do is go down here and see this is where I want to show up. This is the money area right here. This is where new videos pop up. You can even see that up next. YouTube might even suggest my video up next from a different creator. But it's based on a lot of things that I'm about to go over right now. Titles, description, tags. Having a lot of those be similar will help you be more likely to make this happen. Tommy says, am I the only one that prefers Morning Fame? For those of you who don't know or haven't heard, if you're going to dive into YouTube, you should at least know about this tool. Morning Fame is a tool that I've used for a while. It also will help you with research and guidance. It's a little bit actually more intuitive than vidIQ and TubeBuddy, but vidIQ and TubeBuddy are sort of like the Adobe version of research tools and research tools for Apple, meaning a little bit more complicated to use, a lot of things going on, but very, very powerful. In fact, more powerful, just a lot harder to use, right? You walk into an Adobe program, it's like there's a million things you can do. So vidIQ and TubeBuddy I absolutely love. So a couple things that I want you to keep in mind here. When I'm doing this research, number one, the first place I go is the comment section. I learned this from Daryl Eves, the founder of VidSummit. I want to go into the comment sections and just actually see from real people what they like about this video and what they don't, right? So there's some comments here that, aren't very useful. For example, this one up top here from Making It in Holland. Thanks for the thumbs down. Hope you have a better day. Love this video. Your channel has been a true inspiration for mine. Looking forward to your 14-day YouTube challenge. So, okay, not very relevant for me. But look at this one from Masserer. Can you make a video explaining how you do the market research to get ideas? That would be really helpful, right? And this one, start a restaurant in 2020. This is essentially telling me what I can do better or do differently than this highly ranking video here. And of course, if I can call this out right up front, it's going to be more likely that real people will go, okay, well, this video actually is more relevant. And I can talk about the pandemic a little bit, in which case, okay, these are going to be online businesses specifically because you can run them from your home. They're easy. So easy, in fact, that even a teenager could do it. This is sort of a lot of the language that I want to use up front in this video. Another piece of research that I love to do is go up here and look at the tags that are within this video. So we can see the video tags here, Silicon Valley Girl, and a bunch of different terms that I don't know, but Business Ideas 2020, Business Idea 2020. I want to essentially copy these and put them in my video too, right? Take these tags. This will help YouTube go, oh, this video is similar to this video, right? I want to use very similar terms in the title. And of course, highly valuable keywords that are in her description here, same thing, right? So top business ideas for 2020. I'm going to do something like top online business ideas or easiest business ideas for 2020 or 2021 or something like that. Again, I haven't nailed down the title yet, but basically that's what it's going to be like. What's up? Thank you so much for coming in the chat today, everybody. Give me your favorite emoji if you're excited about what we're about to do. I'm going to go live with you recording, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I have a script. I'm going to read it out. You're going to read along with me, and we're going to have some fun figuring it out together. But again, I'm in the research phase right now, and I cannot tell you how important this is. This will give you more of a chance and the more likelihood that your video is actually going to be showing up related to this video too, right? And of course, what I'll do is I'll watch these videos, and I really want to pay attention to the hooks in the beginning. I also want to feed through some of this video and just kind of capture moments of it to see, okay, well, what is this person doing really well, right? I'm noticing that Silicon Valley Girl, you can see I'm not going to press play here, but she's adding a lot of like B-roll in here, which is something that I'm going to want to do as well. She adds a little like, so she talks about healthy food here in 2020 because it's quite difficult to get healthy food. So she has these little videos, lower thirds, pop-ups, zoom in, zoom outs. I can see that happening even just scrolling through here. So really excited about that. And I am taking that and keeping that in mind as I move forward into this. But again, the most important things here are pulling out a lot of the terms and the tags that videos that I want to show up on are using. Let's go into another video. I'm going to kind of go back here. Let's go to Antoine's video here. Let's see how he starts. I love looking at hooks and just seeing what works and what doesn't.
A lot of people are feeling the pinch right now. We've either been laid off or lost a significant portion of our income, and it hurts. Job insecurity is an all-time high. So I've interviewed 4 different business coaches and did a lot of research to give you my 12 best small business ideas that you can start in 2021 with or without money, so you can take control of your life and finally do something that you love.
Cool. I mean, that's a great intro. I think it was quite long-winded to get to the point that mattered to me as the viewer. Not me, Pat Flynn, but like us as viewers who are like, okay, we're here to get business ideas. Like, so you interviewed guys. Okay, cool. That's proof. Now these are your business ideas. Like when he was like, okay, now you can take control of your own life. Like that's cool, right? But it almost seems like these maybe, like I have no idea how easy or not so easy these are going to be, right? So again, just going into existing videos because we want our videos to A, outrank these videos, but B, also show up next to them, right? We want to have people get fed from these videos. In fact, if I were to go back to, let's go back to my video that performed very well and see if we can check out the analytics behind that. So that's this video right here. Now I want to look at the analytics, and I actually hadn't done this in a while. And we can see that this video, in fact, has done very well. It's accounted for nearly 7,000 new subscribers, as well as nearly $4,000 since it started, which was pretty cool. And I can see that YouTube search is indeed actually providing a lot of the traffic here, which is pretty cool. But that's within the last 48 hours. Oftentimes what we'll see is search traffic comes in later. This video was published like 7 or 8 months ago, right? So I want to see if I can come in here, and I think I shouldn't have clicked that. Last 48 hours, last 60 minutes. I want to get into, man, YouTube's very slow when I am streaming. So you know what? Let's forget that. I'm going to get into the script here and kind of take you through my process and pull this out for you. So here is the script. I wrote this in notes. I probably could have written it in Google Docs to make it a little bit easier, but I just have easy access to notes. What I love about notes as well is that it's just very simple for me. If I'm sort of on the go or maybe on the couch and I get a quick idea somewhere, I can come in here and pop it in really quick without having to worry about, you know, Google Docs or Google Drive or anything like that. Nice analytics on that vid. Thank you, Pensant Uprising. So let's get into this. This is something that I worked on last night. And again, I'm going to hit record in just a moment, and you'll see sort of how I record this thing. You'll also see how I'm going to try to insert pattern interrupts even while I'm recording, because pattern interrupts can be inserted later with B-roll and zoom ins, zoom outs. That's not stuff I have to do while recording. I just want to hit record and go. But I can also set myself up for some success and even more pattern interrupts by having things like multiple camera angles during different parts. And I'm going to hit record on this camera and this camera at the same time, and then I'll have sort of 2 that I can kind of switch back and forth with. I just have to know where I'm looking at each time, and I'll differentiate that in different moments of the video when I'm recording, right? If that makes sense. The other cool thing about what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit record and go. I'm not going to stop until the end. And the cool thing is all those mistakes that I make, all the failures, the drops, and then I come back, I can just remove those in post-edit. And again, because I'm recording simultaneously on both, I can just flip back and forth and we can go from there. So this, in the beginning, let me just practice it for you really quick. In this video, I'm going to share my top 5 easiest to start business ideas that anyone, even a teenager, could start right now. Lots of people are starting new businesses, big and small, full-time and part-time, to make some extra money. And I'm not here to just inspire you, but I'm here to help you get started too. So that's the sort of beginning hook. It could be done a little bit better, but I did massage this quite a bit to get it to a point where I think it's quite strong. So easy that even a teenager could do it, right? So no matter what age you're at, Not I was good. I did say kid before, but kid is not true with some of these things. But you'll see as I walk through the outline here for you that it is in fact quite easy to start some of these things. The idea that lots of people are starting businesses right now too, so I want to have people go, oh, I want to join the crowd. I want to be a part of this movement too, but also to share with people up front, yes, to make some extra money, but big or small, part-time, full-time, hey, I'm casting a wide net here, right? And that's something that I've learned to do in videos, because sometimes when I say, hey, if you're a person looking to start a business for the first time, this video is for you. Well, I've already left out so many people who maybe want to start another business, but have already started one before and are looking for something different by saying that. I want to cast a wide net. So you'll often hear me in my videos cast wide nets, right? Like, hey, this is going to be here to help you create content, whether you're a blogger, podcaster, or you create video. And I just breeze over that really quick. But when I say the thing that the person watching on the other end does, whether it's one of those three things or more, then I'm more likely to capture that person's attention, right? So in this case, it's like big and small, full-time and part-time, right? So there we go. And I'm not here to just inspire you. This is a big differentiation between a lot of the other videos that I saw. Not any that were ranking really high, but just I also look at some newer videos. I often filter search results to see, okay, who has come out with a video lately, and just to kind of give me some more ideas for, okay, what can I do better? And a lot of these videos go like minutes of just like inspiration, millions of dollars, like, yay, but you haven't really like told me anything to actually get started. So in this video, you'll see I'm here to help you get started too. And no, we're not talking about mowing lawns or selling candy bars door to door. These business ideas are relevant today. And no, it's not a vending business, because guess what? You need money to start that, and no one is going to see your vending machine because no one is going anywhere. That specifically was because I've noticed a big common factor between a lot of these business idea videos are like, set up a vending machine or buy an ATM machine and stuff. And it's like, no, that's not relevant. So this shows a little bit more relevance to what is happening right now. Obviously, what is happening is going to be around for a little bit longer, and I want to just kind of draw that in. I'm not trying to take advantage of the pandemic in a way that some people are. It's like, hey, you know, you're probably going to be homeless soon unless you make this happen, so watch this video all the way through. That's just disgusting. But I definitely want to differentiate between a lot of the other videos that are out there that are saying like vending machines, and yeah, that's a cool idea, but let's like actually talk about this. This also proves that I'm in the know of what's happening right now, and that maybe some of the business ideas here can be useful versus some of these other ones, if that makes sense, right? Using the word teenager also shows your videos are safe for them. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, and there are a lot of teenagers definitely taking advantage of the opportunities that we have right now. Okay, so I differentiate myself between these other videos. These business ideas won't require a ton of capital. So here I'm getting into the Oreo. Can anybody remember what Oreo stands for? I'll share that in a minute for those of you watching the replay, but for the chat, let me know if you remember what Oreo means. But here is my Oreo strategy in the beginning of the video here. So Oreo means objection, rebuttal, example, outcome. So this is where I don't necessarily go super deep into each of those parts, but I do cover the objections that most people have about what they're about to learn. It's really important to understand that, because people are going to go, okay, well, that sounds good for you, but I can't do that, or this is impossible, or we start looking for excuses, right? Just as humans, we look for excuses on reasons why we can't do something. So this is my portion here, basically saying, you know what? These businesses won't require a ton of capital, and you can get started with them right away, right? One of these ideas even comes right out of my book, Superfans, which I should probably grab a copy of that book so I can have it with me. Hold on. Whoa. Okay, prop. I want a prop, all right? So that way I can just go, boom, Superfans, little pattern interrupt, shows a little bit of authority as well. Oh, this person has a book? Nobody else who's talking about this thing has a book. Okay, so whatever you can do. Oh, that's kind of sad. Little dog here on the back cover. Anyway, this is a limited edition print. In fact, this is a paper back cover, which is not like the one you can get on Amazon, because we printed it special for a particular influencer out there that wanted thousands of them. So anyway, proving a little bit of authority in there. That's my way of just going, hey, I'm somebody to listen to. I don't explicitly mention that. I just, number one, talk about things that are happening right now. I share that I've done my research. I talk about how you are not going to need a ton of capital, and a lot of this stuff comes from my book. And finally, the call to action to subscribe so you don't miss out on this. Here's my hook also. Here is my hook, the thing that's going to hopefully keep people watching all the way through. This isn't always easy to do on videos where you're giving away a prize or something that you don't know what's going to happen. Like you go to a river and you're going to treasure hunt. That's a cool video because you're like, what did you get, right? On videos like this, it's not like I can go, and by the way, wait till the end because I have a mystery prize in this box and you're going to have to wait till the end. Although that could probably work and maybe it's a little gimmicky. But in this here is how I hook people till the end, right? What did Ryan say? Everybody's agreeing. Open bag, remove Oreo, eat Oreo, overall satisfaction. There you go, Ryan. I like that. So here's my hook. Make sure you watch all the way through because by the end, you're going to help me decide which one of these 5 business ideas to move forward with in a multi-video series so I can walk you through the process step by step in more detail. So what am I doing here? I'm basically saying, hey, stick around to the end so you can see all 5. And then at the end, I'm going to have a call to action to leave a comment on which of these business ideas you would like me to go deeper into and actually build out for either myself or somebody else. And we can go from there and build it out together and actually structure it and build it and hopefully make some money, right? That'd be kind of fun, right? But you're going to have to wait to the end to, number one, get all the ideas. And then also this allows me to then say, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that series and hit that like button so more people can find this video and hopefully change their lives too. Let's begin. So I haven't timed that yet, but that should be probably around 30 seconds. And let's see what happens. So I'm just going to practice this once and then I'm just literally going to hit record and go through it, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to hear me structure the thing, and then I might pause every once in a while. It's going to be quite a long video to record. It might even take like a whole half hour. But that's because I want to pause and actually give you some reasons why I'm doing certain things and sort of just, again, take you behind the scenes. And then this video will likely be edited either tomorrow or over the weekend to come out on Monday. And I want to launch it big, and I want to have some noise behind it, and hopefully we'll see by the end of the week that it's sort of getting some legs. So we'll see what happens. But again, I don't know. I'm hoping that it gets to over 100,000 views within a month. That's the goal. And of course, we're building for that, and we're putting a lot of time and effort into the research for that too. The text is small. Can you read that like you're speaking? I think I'm old. Let me zoom this in for you so that we can just all look at it together. I apologize about that. There we go. So now it's quite big, and I know I'm covering up some of it, but I'll scroll up here for everybody as I'm going through. And the cool thing is I'm not memorizing this. This is the other thing that surprises some people. I'm not trying to memorize this whole thing or wing it. I mean, I am kind of winging it, but I'm taking it almost paragraph by paragraph or even sentence by sentence sometimes. And what you'll notice in the final product is that even though we hit record all the way through, I'm not stopping every time I make a mistake or pause. I'm actually just removing those parts in the editing process, smushing everything together. That is good. And you'll notice that these videos are now what's called jump cut videos, where one point goes to the next, goes to the next. You can also cover up some of that with B-roll and text and zooming in, zooming out so it doesn't look quite as choppy. But even though it is choppy, it actually is quite engaging to watch a video like this, especially when it's more informational and people want the info. So this is how it's going to be, if that makes sense. Pat Flynn, thank you. This is so helpful in illustrating everything you've been teaching. Pat, I feel like your internal timer is well honed for stuff like this. Thank you, Chris. What do you mean by that exactly? I'd love to know a little bit more about what exactly you mean by that. I know internal clock, and you mean because in the morning I'm good for this, or I'm curious. Anyway, let's record this and just kind of see what happens. I'm not going to record it. I'm just going to press play, or in my brain, and then you can kind of read along with me, right? Would you rather see full me as I read through? I guess that would make more sense. You don't need to read the script as I go along because I'll be reading it to you anyway, if that makes sense, right? Definitely got a great internal timer. The only one who succeeds at winging it are birds and angels. I thought you had said before to avoid reading a scripted format. For a video and a hook specifically, it's definitely important to have some sort of script, intro, or hook, right? And in many cases, for a presentation specifically, avoiding a script is important because you want it to feel very more natural. When it's more informational, then it's a little bit more, you have a little bit more room to actually indeed write a script for this, versus kind of coming, this video, I want it to be very, very, very impactful, almost every sentence leading into the next to keep people watching all the way through. So there's a balance there, right? If you are doing a live stream, for example, obviously it would be weird to script the whole thing and people watching live won't have it feel natural. I want this video to feel natural too, but you'll also notice that the way I write sounds like the way I talk because I'm just kind of talking out loud and writing it at the same time, if that makes sense. So anyway, let's just practice the intro really quick, okay? In this video, I'm going to share my top 5 business ideas. Okay. In this video, I want to share my top 5 business ideas that even a teenager can start right now. See, that's kind of how I would do it. And I might do a few different takes of something like that, if that makes sense. 5, I didn't do that. And that's often a good thing to do. And now I'm looking, okay, 5 would be nice here because it's nice and contrasty. Here, it's a little bit harder to see. You don't have to get that detailed or that specific, but I just want to try different things. So 5 over here. In this video, I'm going to share my top 5 business strategies that even a teenager can do and start right now. So a little bit different. Sometimes I go off script like that. I don't necessarily read word for word all the time. And yes, I am standing, so I think that that helps with the energy levels too. And I also wanted people to read the shirt, so that's important to me too. In this video, I'm going to share my top 5 business ideas, easiest to start business ideas. In this video, I want to share my top 5 easiest to start business ideas that even a teenager can start right now. Lots of people are starting new businesses today, big and small, full-time or part-time. Lots of people are starting new businesses today, big and small, Lots of people are starting businesses today, big and small, part-time, full-time, to make some extra money. And I'm not here to just inspire you. I'm here to help you get started too. All right? I'm not timing this because I'm going back and forth here, but that's okay. And no, we're not talking about mowing lawns or going door to door selling candy. And no, I'm not going to be sharing that you need to start a vending machine business like several other people will, because guess what? Nobody's going anywhere, so our vending machines are sort of abandoned right now. Sorry, I've just been watching a lot of these videos lately. Anyway, I want this video to actually be helpful for you. These businesses won't require a lot of capital. Okay. These businesses won't require a lot of capital, and you can get started with them right away. And actually, one of these ideas comes straight from my book, Superfans, which I'm really excited to share with you. Okay? Make sure you watch all the way through to the end, because one of these business ideas, I want to ask you, which one do you want me to go deeper with? I'm actually going to build it out for you so you can get the detailed step-by-step manner. And make sure you watch all the way through, because by the end, I want to have you help me select which one of these business ideas that we can move forward in a multi-video series to go super deep into, so you can watch me build it over my shoulder. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button so more people can find this and change their lives too. If you're ready, let's begin. Okay, so that's the intro, right? So you're seeing this behind the scenes. Now, I didn't hit record on that, but that's essentially what I would do. I'm taking multiple takes. I'm trying different things. I'm trying different inflections. I'm trying to just make it more interesting. And in many cases, slowing down, speeding up can help you too. I noticed that Brian Dean does a lot of that stuff. He often says, in this video, I want to share with you how to get #1 rankings in Google step by step. And it's like, whoa, you're taking me on this ride with you. And it's pretty cool, right? So, Unique Pat, cool, destroy like button. Thank you everybody for being here. It's kind of, I don't know, I guess the video title wasn't very intriguing, but I'm glad that you guys are getting behind the scenes, because we're getting lower than normal view counts here today, but that's okay, because I think that people are going to see the success of this video that I'm recording, and they're going to want to watch the behind the scenes, and in fact, I could probably pull this out at some point and help other people too. So, thank you for being here today, and I hope that this is helpful to see sort of like the behind the scenes. Okay. Another thing that you'll notice here is when I start to get into these business ideas, instead of just going, business idea #1, tell other people's stuff. That is, in fact, business idea #1. And the reason why I started with that one is because it's very imaginable. A person can imagine themselves doing that. But I don't start the section, right? Here's let's begin. I don't go business idea number 1, resell other people's stuff. I want to get into a little bit of understanding of this thing that we're solving a problem for first. So some of these things I'll tell a story or I'll engage with people. So in this case, I say, for example, what's one thing we've started to see less and less of these days? Garage sales, yard sales, estate sales. Yep, the pandemic has made it even harder for random strangers to come out with their judgy eyes gazing upon all of your personal possessions. A little bit of humor in there, right? And I'm imagining when I say judgy eyes, like I zoom in on my eyes or I zoom in on some weird picture of some stranger looking weird at somebody at a yard sale. I don't know. We'll see. But that, combined with the fact that a lot of people are looking for extra cash, allows for an interesting business opportunity. Reselling other people's stuff. Business idea number 1. So you see how I've sort of like led into it versus just going business idea number 1. And then because I want people to go, oh yeah, that makes sense, versus how like, okay, that's the idea, but like, tell me more. I don't know about this, right? I want to sell people on the idea before I reveal the idea, right? You'll notice that I do that down here as well. I talk about how to get started, a pro tip, etc. And then I go, okay, business idea number 2. Now this is a big one because it latches on to one of the biggest waves that's happening in the online space right now, podcasting. No, I'm not telling you to start a podcast, blah, 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 blah. But as there's more and more podcasts coming, more people are needing help editing their podcast. Podcast or business idea number 2, podcast editor. And a little bit of data to prove. Okay, we just crossed 1 million total podcasts. Compare that to 40 million active YouTube channels. Editing videos is great, but there's a clear need in the podcasting space. And honestly, editing only audio or editing only audio is way easier than editing videos with audio. Trust me. How much they might be able to get paid, how do you get started? Then another story going into business idea number 3, online community and event managers, because a lot of people who are influencers who have bigger or smaller audiences want to bring these people together. I think we now more than ever know the importance of bringing community together, and you can come up and support a creator who doesn't have the time or knowledge to do that to in fact help bring their community together. We just hired a community manager for SPI Pro, Jillian. She's amazing. And there's a definite need out there for moderators, for people to manage communities, for event managers within businesses, because I think more and more people are bringing fans into the process. And this is where it comes back to my book. That's number 3. All right. Where do I get into idea number 4? So this is the start. I just bolded this to kind of go, okay, this is the new section. So this is an idea I'd run with if I wasn't so busy myself. Kind of just going like, hey, I would do this too. Imagine all the books that are out there on Amazon. Now I'm kind of imagining screenshots of Amazon or like scrolling up and down all the books just to kind of do some visuals, especially books that teach something. Every time I crack one open, I'm looking for it, and sadly, I hardly ever find it. And at this point, I might do something like, I don't have a book with me, but I'll grab a book and I'll just be like, nope. Something like that to do like a little pattern interrupt or something, right? So what am I talking about? I'm talking about an online course built specifically to support the reader. What author could charge for? It could enhance the author's brand and business and definitely help them get paid too. And when you can help someone get paid, you can definitely get paid as well. Business idea number 4, author course creator. So the idea of, imagine how many books out there where people are teaching stuff. If you can help that creator make an online course, and a lot of these authors don't have that technical know-how, that experience, especially more older generation authors who have the most wisdom to share, but the least technical know-how. Help even just one of them, you might be able to do either a fee or even get a share of the revenue, right? So how about that? That would be kind of cool. So then the final idea is related to creating a paid newsletter for something that you have, right? So a paid newsletter, this is actually proven on tools like Substack, where you can actually create a newsletter to sell. Now you can do this in ConvertKit, even under the free account. So ConvertKit makes it even easier. I love how they created that solution. But either way, you can create a newsletter that now people have to pay to get access to. Imagine that you just know something about like you're an industry leader, you do a ton of research, and there's people out there who want that research. Now there's actually perceived value in joining your email list, such that they'd have to pay to get access to it, like $5 a month. Imagine somebody paying you $5 a month for a weekly newsletter where they get, I don't know, stock tips or something, right? Or the latest and greatest research about something that can help them, whatever it is that they are interested in. This is very popular in the biotech, in the startup space, and even in art and other places. If you have, 1,000 people paying you $5 a month, it's the same work as if you had 10,000 people, if you had 100,000 people, and that stuff stacks on each other too, right? Which is pretty cool. Yes, people pay for newsletters for sure, right? So I could have, for example, a paid newsletter of hot trends and business ideas that you can start today. And a person paying $5 a month to get access to that so that they always have these new fresh ideas coming in would be very valuable. You're likely to get somebody who can pay and actually want to do the thing that they're doing. And yes, you could probably share some of this information for free, but having it behind a paywall adds a certain level of authority, a certain level of perceived value, if that makes sense. So yes, in fact, I knew this was going to be the reaction. I'll be talking about it. Oftentimes, newsletters are like, wow, this should be free. And we even have a struggle getting people to sign up for free. But if you have the right information, you can get people to pay to get access to that info. Because in many cases, there's an ROI there for people, right? I mean, I would gladly pay for information about certain stocks that I follow for somebody to do all that hard research for me, filter that information, and give it to me instead right in my inbox, right? Cool. Glad you guys are here. The pandemic has taken reselling to an all-new level. The amount of brick-and-mortar closings, distancing, fear has even turned grandparents into online shoppers. That's great, Tommy. Thank you. So I hope it's okay that I'm talking about what it is that you do here as an idea, but I think there's room for everybody, right? And the way that I recommend getting started, each of these business ideas that I'm sharing in this video, again, 5 of them, have you take some of the first steps. And the first steps is like calling your friends, family, texting people, and just going, hey, do you have stuff that's laying around the house that you want to get rid of? Let me sell it for you, and I'll just take a little bit of the commission for it, right? And you don't even have to ever even touch the stuff. That's the other cool thing about this too, right? I didn't expect to hear new ideas, but number 4 is right up my alley. Or paid newsletter on how to get your first dub on Fortnite. Exactly, Manos. What was idea number 4? I forgot what I wrote. Oh, helping authors. Yeah, helping authors get a course up and running. Cool. So I'm just procrastinating. I'm gonna hit record and try to make my way through this as much as possible. And you're gonna see me create this thing. So I have this camera ready to go. I have that camera ready to go. I have my mic ready to go. I'm gonna try to not add any of that in there. I'm gonna turn my system audio down so that if in case I get any notifications, it's not gonna insert its way into the audio. I'm gonna record my audio separate here. And yeah, I think we're ready to go. You all ready to go? You all ready to see how this gets put together? Of course, I won't be able to edit this in front of you today. I'm going to probably edit it over the weekend and just crack away at it when I have some free time here and there. And then I'll have it come out on Monday, and hopefully in time for everybody to watch it around the Thanksgiving dinner table together. But we'll see what happens. So let's create this thing and let's make it work. There'll probably be new ideas that pop up as I'm recording. Sometimes I just get inspiration while I'm in the middle of something, or I might change something on the fly. We'll see what happens, but I think this will be pretty fun. Thanks for being here and supporting and encouraging me to take action, because now I have to do this. In many cases, I'll get to this point, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk really quick, and then I'm just going to go check my phone really quick, and really quick turns into hours, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't even do the thing that I wanted to do. So I appreciate you, and I'm going to stop talking. Okay. Let's hit record on these things. Where's the record button? Okay, I hit record there. I hit record here. I'm going to walk around to make sure I actually hit record, because that's happened before. Give me a sec. See? It's not recording. See? See? It wasn't recording, and now it is recording. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to hit record here. Recording. And one thing I like to do when I start a video is do this. 3 claps so that I can line up the audio across all the things that have audio, so I know that everything is in sequence together, right? Okay. Smile, Pat. You got this. You got this, buddy. All right, let's make this happen. Whew. All right. Dude, I always get nervous when I'm doing this in front of you guys. It's so funny. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Godspeed. Here we go. In this video, I want to share my top 5. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 business ideas that are easiest to start online. So easy, in fact, that even a teenager can do them. In this video, I want to share my top 5 business ideas. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 easiest to start business ideas that even a teenager could do and start right now. That even a teenager could start. Okay. In this video, I want to share with you my top 5 business ideas that... In this video, I want to share with you my top 5 easiest to start business ideas that even a teenager can start right now. That's the take. Okay. Through the first sentence. All right. Lots of people are starting businesses today, big and small, part-time, full-time, to make some extra cash. But I'm here not just to inspire you. I want to help you get started too. See, that one's good. I didn't even need to refilm that one. Okay. And no, we're not talking about mowing people's lawns, walking dogs, or, And no, we're not talking about mowing people's lawns, walking dogs, or selling candy bars door to door. Door to door. All right. And no, we're not going to be talking about walking dogs, selling candy bars, or, okay. And no, we're not going to talk about mowing lawns or selling candy bars door to door or walking dogs. We want to talk about things that actually work. Now, I've watched a lot of these videos online here, and they talk about business ideas, and they say things like start a vending machine. Well, guess what? And they say things like start a vending machine business. Well, guess what? Nobody's going anywhere today. Nobody's going to see your vending machine. I want to give you ideas that can actually work, and you can get started soon. Yeah, okay. Let me do that one more time, that whole paragraph. Actually, let me do a little lean in here for a little pattern interrupter. And no, we're not going to talk about things like mowing lawns, walking dogs, or selling candy bars. And no, I'm not going to get into starting a vending machine business because guess what? Nobody's going to see those vending machines. I'm sorry, I've just been watching a lot of these business idea videos and they all talk about vending machines. No, in this video, I want to give you stuff that you can actually do from home and get started right away with. Okay, that's good. These business ideas won't require a ton of capital. And in fact, these business ideas won't require a ton of capital. And in fact, you can get started with them very, very soon. One of them, in fact, comes from my book, Superfans, and I'm excited to share that idea with you, too. These business ideas won't require a ton of capital. And again, you can get started with them right away. And in fact, one of these business ideas I'm excited to share with you comes directly from my book, Superfans. Okay, that's good. Did I say walking dogs door to door? All right. Here we go. Closing in the intro here. And make sure you watch all the way through to the end, because by the end, you're going to help me pick one of these 5 ideas to go further with in a multi-video series where I'm going to build it out, in fact, right in front of you, step by step. Ooh, that was good. That one was good. Okay. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that series. And if you could do me a quick favor, hit that thumbs up button. That like goes a long way in helping other people find this video and hopefully change their lives too. So let's begin. Cool. Okay. That was good. That was good. All right. We're through the intro. I'm scrolling down now. I did the intro. That was a few paragraphs. We made a bunch of mistakes, but you know what? You're not going to see them. Well, you see them, but the person who watches this is not going to see them. Okay. Next. I'm going to switch over to this camera here. Right? So I'm going to go here. So to start off, I want to ask you, what's one thing that we are seeing less and less of these days? Yard sales, garage sales, estate sales. That's right. The pandemic has made it harder and harder for super random strangers to come over to your house and with their judgy eyes, what? Gaze upon all of your personal possessions. This is sort of like a joke that I'm trying to put in here, but I don't know. Okay. That's right. The pandemic has made it harder for random strangers to come over to your house and judge all of your possessions with their judgy eyes. Yeah, okay. That kind of works. Let's try this. Let's try this one more time. That's right. The pandemic has made it that much harder for random strangers to come over to your house with their judgy eyes and judge all of your personal possessions. Okay, that one works. I like that one. That fact, combined with the idea that people are looking for extra cash these days, makes for a very, very good opportunity. Become a reseller for other people's stuff. That's business idea number 1. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go back over here, right? Look, even I have a ton of things around the house that I would love to get rid of, but I just don't have the time. And if I can make some extra money doing it, even better. But being super busy, I don't have the time to list things on Craigslist or eBay. But being very busy, I just don't have the time or the ability to go and list things on Craigslist or eBay. Craigslist. Judgy eyes. And being super busy, I literally don't have the time to set up shop on eBay or list things on Craigslist. If only somebody could do that for me, I would gladly pay them to clear my garage out. Cool. Now, the beauty of this is you can run this in a way where you don't even need to ever touch these possessions yourself. I don't want you to think about this idea as buying things from one person, keeping them yourself, flipping them, and selling them for a profit. That works too, but that's not what I'm talking about. What you need to do is help people sell their stuff by setting up a Craigslist post, which literally takes minutes, or selling something on eBay, which takes maybe a few more minutes. So there I stopped mid-sentence. And boom, the internet's working for you, and you're helping people declutter, and you can get paid for it too. Okay? That's good, that's good. So the big question is, well, where do we start with this? Let's make this simple. Let's text anybody that you know, your friends, your family, and just ask them, hey, do you have stuff that you want to get rid of? Let me help you get rid of it, and we'll both be happy. Right? This is a service here. You're helping people with the hassle of A, having a bunch of stuff in the house, and B, getting rid of it. You are going to... I don't think I need to say that. I basically said that already. All right. Super easy. Just start with one person, give it a shot, and test it out. I'm not asking you to print business cards or come up with a LLC to do this. You just try this once and experiment. That's how I love experimenting with businesses. Try it small before you go big. You might find that this is absolutely not your cup of tea. You might also find that you really enjoy doing this. You're helping a lot of people and you're getting... You might find that you really love doing this and you're helping people, you're getting paid for it too, and who knows, you might come across some products that you didn't even know you needed that other people have. All right. And finally, here is a pro tip for you if you are going to sell other people's stuff online. Take really good photos or get access to really good photos of these items. People buy things that they see. They want to see what it's like first before they buy it. A description alone, although important, is not going to do the job. So use really good pictures, post on Craigslist or eBay or even Facebook marketplaces for your locale, and you can make some money doing it. Okay, cool. That was great. That's business idea number 1. Chris, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. What website hosting service do you use and recommend? I use Linode, Linode, but it's a higher level, much more complicated, more technically complicated host, and my server guy helps me with that. But I would recommend Bluehost to start with. It's shared hosting, and it's not like the best, but it's also the lowest price point to get you started, and then you can upgrade from there to a private server or something more dedicated down the road. But to get started, I just want to make it simple. Bluehost, very, very keen on starting with that, and smartpassiveincome.com/Bluehost is the current recommendation. Cool. All right. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, everybody who is sharing the answer to Chris there. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Still recording, still recording. Just let me check. All right, we're good to go. Now, it's obvious that I'm not going to be able to finish this entire script today, but I just love the idea, I'm not going to be able to read through all this in 7 minutes by the end here. So now that you got a gist of this, I'm going to go through business idea number 2, and then I'm going to just chat a little bit, maybe answer some questions for the last couple minutes. But I just wanted to give you, again, a sense of what it's like. And this would probably take me, how long did it take me to do business idea number 1? I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs in maybe 6 minutes. So this will take me a half hour. And, you know, we don't have a half hour, so it's okay. But let's just keep going, and then we'll close up, and then you'll see the final product next week. And again, I hope this was good for you to see. I don't know why this is very motivating to watch. Thanks, Mahel. Maybe because I'm just putting myself on the line. I've heard people say that before. It's like when I put pressure on myself to do that. And again, thank you, Chris, for the super chat there. It stays there until I go full screen with Ecamm on my end. So I apologize for everybody who was seeing that the whole time. But thank you for that. Maybe it's just because you're seeing me in the middle of something that I'm struggling with, and having you see that just shows you that we all do. We all struggle with this, right? Sometimes we only compare all of what we do to somebody else's final product or highlight reel, and that's not a good comparison, right? So hopefully by seeing behind the scenes of me filming this thing, and also the ideas behind it, the research that went into it, you can see how hopefully we can keep people's attention all the way through the video as much as possible, and hopefully YouTube will support us and get this out to more people too. Okay. Let's keep going. Next, business idea number 2. And this is a big one because it latches on to one of the biggest trends that's happening in the online space right now: podcasting. And no, I'm not telling you to start a podcast and make money doing that. Although that's possible, that takes much longer to do. And there's a way that you can make money sooner. However, I will say if you want to start a podcast, I have one of the top podcasting tutorials on YouTube. I'll pop a link in the description below or put a little card over in one of these places, probably up there. Now I could keep that, but I can make it a little bit more clean. No, I'm not telling you to start a podcast and make money doing that. Yes, that is in fact possible. I've taught many people how to do that, but that takes a lot of time. And if you need money sooner, I have an idea for you. That being said, if you want to start a podcast, I'll have a resource for you in a link in the description below and a card up here. Jeez, okay, up here. Now, the nice thing about editing this later is I often pause for a long period of time until the next take, right? And so I'll actually see a pause in the airwaves or sound waves in my editing program, and then I can just cut the part right before that long pause and know that, okay, this was the next best take, right? So that gives me clues on how to edit a little bit faster. No, I'm not telling you to start a podcast and make money from that, although that is possible, and I've taught thousands of people how to do that. If you're curious about how to start a podcast of your own, there's a link in the description below, but making money with a podcast takes a little bit more time because you need to build that audience, and there's a lot more to it. There's, in fact, a quicker opportunity in the podcasting space to make money faster. Okay, that works. Here it is. With more and more people starting podcasts today, more and more podcasters need help. You can become a podcast editor. We just crossed 1 million total podcasts. Yeah, just a million on April 20th, 2020. Compare that to 40 to 50 million YouTube channels here on YouTube. And yeah, editing videos is great too. We all know that's a job and a career that people have. But editing videos, number one, is a lot harder, and there's a definite need right now for audio editors in the podcasting space. So how much might you be able to get paid doing this? You can get paid 50 to even upwards of 100 or more dollars per episode. So one client for a weekly show, 4 podcasts a month, you could be making $500 from one client. Maybe if you had 5 clients, one for each day of the week even, that's $2,500 a month that you could be making. That's more than some people's full-time income. Cool. Where did I go? Okay. Card. All right, I got a couple minutes left. Anyway, we're gonna pause there. I'm gonna stop recording here because I'm gonna keep going right after this. But what did y'all think? That was 15 minutes of recording, and again, I'm pausing in between to help and manage the chat here and help you through this. But I want to know what your thoughts are. How do you feel about this? Are you feeling a little bit more at ease seeing somebody else do this too? Chad, I just want to thank you so much for coming in today and watching me over my shoulder and pushing me to actually create this thing. I'm really excited about this video. I'm hoping that it gets to over 100,000 views within a month. Not all my videos, and in fact, most of my videos don't do that. But part of this exercise was also for me to actually do the proper research because I want to share that with you. I don't want to just go, hey, yeah, pop a video up there like I normally do. I want you to do the research. I want you to actually structure the hook and the structure and the organization of your video, spend some time on that, and of course, provide a ton of value too. And hopefully I've been able to provide value for you as well today, and this was a lot of fun. So yeah, this was really cool. This was a good time. This was most interesting, says Bernard. Would you need to be an audio expert or technician to be able to be a podcast editor? No. You just need to know how to put a show together, and it's actually quite easy to do. The 4,000 students who have gone through my course have all been able to manage this, and that's a skill that a lot of people need that they don't want to spend the time to do, and you can in fact offer that service to others for sure. Now, starting small is key. You don't want to just jump. I was going to say dump into the deep end. Oh my God. Glitch in the matrix. But yeah, oh my gosh. You know what I forgot today because I was so focused? Oh man. I forgot the secret word, which means we have 2 games tomorrow of Watch Your Mouth. I was lollygagging on the lollygag. Terrible. Anyway. It seems Lex was accidentally blocked or banned. He can't chat for some reason. Oh no, that's not cool. I will unblock him as soon as this finishes, which we're gonna finish right now. So anyway, thanks y'all. We have 2 games of Watch Your Mouth tomorrow. Make sure to come in, and tomorrow we're gonna start a little bit earlier, 8 a.m. Actually, let's see, is it 8 or 10? Let's see. Yep, tomorrow we're going to start at 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, or excuse me, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and we're going to go from there. So, well done, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in today. Again, 8 a.m. tomorrow, not 9 a.m. And we're going to have some fun. So, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And yes, the every stream records, so that's no problem. And watch your Pat. Glad this was valuable. Thank you so much for today to come in. I appreciate you. And as always, Team Flynn for the win. Here we go.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream. We keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
Can't believe I missed the secret word again. Anyway, appreciate you for coming in. Thank you wherever in the world you're at right now. Whatever else you're doing, hope you have an amazing day. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow and over the weekend. And let's crush the day. Thanks so much. Peace out, y'all.
Bruh.
Man.